Welcome back to a brand new PTCG live video. Today I'll be showcasing Lillie's Clefairy EX from the newly released set Journey Together. So that being said, let's get into the deck list. Let's see which new cards we'll be running. So we do run all 4 copies of the Lillie's Clefairy EX, and we do have that ability Fairy Zone. The weakness of your opponent's Dragon-type Pokemon is now Psychic, and then we can use that Full Moon Rondo to take 1-hit KOs on any Dragon Pokemon we want. We can do 20 base damage and then 20 more damage for each benched Pokemon in play for both you and your opponent. And then we also do run the 3 copies of the Teal Mask Ogerpon EX. We do have the ability Teal Dance. Once per turn, we can attach a Grass Energy to this Pokemon and then draw a card for doing so. As well as we do have the Myriad Leaf Shower of the 30 base damage and then 30 more damage for each energy card attached to both active Pokemon. And then we do run a 2-2 line with the Hoothoot and Noctowl for that Jewel Seeker ability. When we evolve up Noctowl and have a Terra Pokemon in play, we can search out our deck for any 2 trainer cards and put them into our hand. And then lastly, we do have the 1 copy of the Squawkabilly for that Squawk and Seize ability. On the first turn of the game, we can discard our hand to draw 6 new cards. And then moving on to trainer cards for our ace spec, we do have Precious Trolley. You can search out your deck for any number of basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. And then for our stadiums, we do run all 4 copies of Area 0. Each player who has a Terra Pokemon in play can have up to 8 benched Pokemon. And then for our supporter cards, we got the 4 copies of Arven, where you can search out your deck for an item card and a tool card. The 2 bosses orders for gusting up one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. And then lastly, we do have the 3 copies of Iono for draw support as well as hand disruption. And then for our tool cards, we got the 4 copies of Lillie's Pearl. When this is attached to a Lillie's Pokemon and it does get knocked out by your opponent, they do take 1 prize card fewer for this knockout. And then for our energy cards, we got the 6 Grass Energies and the 5 Psychic Energies. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into some games here. So yeah, we did win the coin toss, and we decided to go second for this game. Looks like no mulligans from neither one of us. And let's see. Yeah, no mulligans. They put a basic. Oh wow, they get stuck with Blood Moon Ursaluna in the active. Let's see, they got Miraidon. So it looks like they're going to be probably Joltik Toolbox. This is already looking pretty bad for them because it's kind of hard to get rid of that Ursaluna out of the active. They would have to either switch out or use Prime Catcher. Yeah, let's get a Clefairy. Put Area 0, and let's go for the Squawk and Seize. Yeah, I guess that's Earthen. Let's go for Iono. Hopefully we can get Latias, Precious Trolley. Okay, we do get Latias, I mean. Yeah, let's go for the 180. Yeah, they're already a huge disadvantage. Let's see if they're able to switch out here. Arven? Okay, so they're planning to get Prime Catcher here. It's the only card that makes any sense. Assuming it's not prized. No, they get Nest Ball and Bravery Charm? I don't know. And then they have retained immunity. And they Nest Ball. They get Latias. Yeah, I completely forgot Latias, so... They do get free retreat costs, they go for the Jolting Charge. And they're probably gonna build up Iron Hands, honestly. Hard to believe we didn't see a single Lillie's Pearl. Yeah, they put all 4 energy cards on Iron Hands. Night Stretcher. Yeah, I'm thinking we should get Noctowl. So then we can just get Precious Trolley and just whatever else we need. Or you know what? Boston Trolley actually, because we didn't play a supporter card. What are we up to? 280? That's perfect. Let's restart for 2. Yeah, we just made it, really. I'm pretty sure they're just going to concede here, because that's a pretty big deal. They're pretty much stuck with no choices now. Especially just... has a lot of energy cards gone also. They go into Blood Moon Ursaluna. And Joltik Toolbox doesn't run that many energy cards, so... They play Crispin. So they might take us out actually of Pikachu actually. Yeah, they put Lightning on Pikachu. They pick up their own boss, so not too great. And they Super Rod the energies probably back into the deck. Hoothoot. Yeah, is there anything in Night Stretcher? I don't know. Maybe let's get a Grass Energy. Let's restart for one. Okay. I don't know, I guess let's Teal Dance again. Ultra Ball. Yeah, let's just go for the 260. And they have the Resolute Heart, so they do heal up. Let's see what they do here. Because they do have boss, they could definitely boss us if they want to. Yeah, we only have one energy switch left in the deck. The Ultra Ball. I wonder what they're going to pick up here. Maybe it's going to be the single prize Galvantula, actually. Heavy Baton and what else did they get rid of? Boss? So yeah, I think they're probably not going to gust us. This probably has to be for the Galvantula EX. No, the single prizer. Yeah, there it is. They do 180 on Clefairy, so that's pretty bad. And they got the Lightning Energy also. And they do bosses for the Squawk. Wow. Arven. Yeah, we don't have counter catcher here. Yeah, really kind of annoying. We have to break the prize trade like this. Yeah, now we get Noctowl. Yeah, let's just knock out Galvantula. See what we pick up here. Nest Ball. You're going to Blood Moon Ursaluna. So they're basically one prize card ahead of us. Because now that prize break. They tandem unit. They got 2 weakened Pokemon. They get another Pikachu. But they would need an energy card for attachment and Crispin. They do get Crispin, but they're probably going to attack with the Blood Moon Ursaluna maybe. Because they would only need 2 energies actually to attack with Blood Moon. Yeah, they are going to go for the Blood Moon attack. Yeah, I just want to nut our hand a little bit. And get the iron leaves. See what we pick up here. Probably nothing too crazy. Yeah, just a Clefairy and Ultra Ball. I'm kind of surprised how long they're going into this game. They really would have to pull out a crazy play here just to get the last prize card. You know what? Actually, they could probably, if they have Night Stretcher, they could get Blood Moon back. 2 Pokemon. The Ogerpon. Yeah, that's the only play I can see them making. If they have Night Stretcher, they get the Blood Moon back. And just KO Ogerpon easily. Crispin. And that's not gonna do it. Because that'll be 2 energies into play. Yeah, they get Lightning. And they're gonna attach Metal. Oh no, wait, they could have Sparkling Crystal. Yeah, if that's the case... I think that's the case. Either that, or they're trying to buy a turn. Tandem unit. I don't know why they're putting this suspense here. Because I don't think we've seen their ace spec. No, we didn't see it. It could be a Sparkling Crystal for all we know. Okay, no, they don't have it. Yeah, let's gust the Pikachu and just take this last prize card. Yeah, there we go. There's the Fezandipiti that was prized. Yeah, looks like we get heads here, so let's see. Nice, we win it. So let's go second here. That's a very good chance for us to attack, going second. Yeah, let's put Clefairy. Not the best hand. Like, we can go for the Squawk and Seize actually with the Ultra Ball. Find Squawk. And give up, like, I guess, Counter Catcher and Iono for the Squawkabilly. And then hopefully get an Arven to get Energy Switch, maybe. Looks like it's gonna be Charizard. It's either gonna be Charizard with Dragapult or on its own. Nest Ball. They get Mew EX, which... I don't know, does Charizard normally run Mew EX? I don't know. Seems kind of out there. Oh wow, we get the Energy Switch just a little too early. Squawk in the deck? It is. How many Energy Switches are left? 3? And Precious Trolley's in there. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I guess we'll get the 2 Ogerpons because we do have 3 Grass Energies. And all we need to draw is just 1 Energy Switch here, hopefully. Pearl. Or Arven, that works. Let's use Arven. Get Energy Switch. Yeah, let's knock out Charmander. 160, that's not too bad. Let's see, get Nest Ball. Yeah, they go to Mute EX. If they bench even one more Pokemon... No, I think they have to bench 2, actually. Oh wow, they get the Charizard. Basically turn 2, I guess. Yeah, turn 2 Charizard. So that's really unfortunate. We do have Ogerpon, though. So they do knock us out, but at least they only take 1 prize card. Unless they're too afraid to go into Charizard. Attach Fire Energy. Nope, they're going to Charizard here, so let's see. Yeah, 210 I believe. I think we can still make this work. We do have Nest Ball for Fezandipiti, a Hoothoot on the bench, boss. Not what we need. Let's get Fezandipiti. And we couldn't get Iron Leaves. We have to play that from your hand. Okay, we get Noctowl. Yeah, so let's go for the KO here. Go for the 360. Hopefully we get something important here that we can actually use for next turn. Yeah, it's decent. Kind of surprised we didn't find a single Area 0, I believe. Yeah, not a single one. Hopefully we find one soon, because we do have a lot of Pokemon that we can bench. I get Rapska down. They do have the Terra Charizard in hand, actually. So, yeah, looks like they're going to have Rare Candy here, and they're going to get back-to-back. No, actually, they don't. Pretty surprised. And there's Area 0. So, I don't know why they went into Charmander. Yeah, they went to Rapska. So put down Artisan. Yeah, they just concede here. Nice, we do win it. I say let's go second here. Have our opponent go first. Okay, looks like that was a pretty good call. They're running Raging Bolt, so they won't be able to get the first attack. They have Fan Rotom. I feel like we have a pretty good chance of knocking them out. Yeah, they do pick up a Noctowl. And they do change the Ditto over to Ogerpon, so there's Earthen Vessel. Wow, this is still a pretty good turn 1 for Raging Bolt. Even though it's no supporter card or Squawk, they still have Noctowl in hand, as well as Ogerpon. Pretty much got everything. How many energies in discard? 0, so might be hard to use the Sada's Vitality, but that's the only thing. I'm pretty sure they can solve that pretty quickly with Noctowl. Okay, they do pass here. Earthen Vessel. Now let's get Trolley, the Lillie's Pearl. Yeah, we can get rid of the Iron Leaves. I feel like we're not going to need it. Get rid of it with the Earthen Vessel. Get the 2 Grass Energies. Hopefully we don't draw anything too crazy good here, because we want to use the Squawk. Yeah, Nest Ball's not a big deal. Ooh, and there goes a Lillie's Pearl. Hoothoot. Yeah, let's go for the Squawk and Seize. Unfortunately, we do lose that Pearl and Hoothoot over there. And that's Ultra Ball. Yeah, nothing that we could really use it for. Let's go for the 220. KO the Ogerpon. I'm pretty sure they weren't expecting that. Two prize cards. I'll use Pearl and Grass Energy. See, they go into the bowl. Let's see what they do here. They do have the Noctowl, at least one. They could have another one as well for the other Hoothoot. They use the Sada. And they only need 3 energy cards to knock us out. Yeah, there's Earthen Vessel. Yeah, they got all 3. So they should only take, yeah, 1 prize card. Let's go into Ogerpon. So yeah, what we need is an energy switch here. And probably area 0. Yeah, last energy switch. Let's grab area 0. Oh no, let's go Fezandipiti. Grab 3 more cards. Yeah, let's get another Nest Ball for maybe Latias. And I think we'll get another Lillie's Clefairy here. Just because we got the Pearl. Yeah, let's go for 520. So we a Noctowl and Grass Energy. So I think that's 3 of our energy switches. Yeah, I think we might have 1 more. It's either prized or in the deck. They go into Latias. I feel like they basically lose here. They go for Counter Catcher into the Noctowl. So yeah, they're just trying to buy a turn at this point. They go into Fan Rotom. They attach energy. Yeah, they just go for the Salt Landing. Yeah, no, I guess that's for... I don't know, let's play Arven. Night Stretcher. Yeah, I guess let's get that. Yeah, there's the last energy switch, so that's pretty convenient. They go into Latias. So it doesn't even matter if they knock out our Clefairy. Kind of unfortunate last turn we couldn't boss them or do something like just take the game. Yeah, and just concede here. Well, those are all the games. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.